everyone, and welcome to Story with Hala. Today is going to be the second day of our Ramadan theme. I'm sure you noticed the new promo. This is the new. We have the new Ramadan intro, and we're going to be keeping on the Ramadan sort of theme for the next few weeks until Ramadan finishes. So I hope you all are having. I hope you all had a good first day and are having a good second day so far. For me, I'm a bit tired, but I'm still keeping. We're almost at iftar, and so I hope you all will still sort of hold it in until we're almost there. We're almost there. And so today, instead of a quote, we're going to be doing a Ramadan dua, the dua that we do before iftar. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. Because iftar is almost here, just a couple more hours. So I'm going to read it now. Allahumma inni laka sumtu wa bika amantu wa alayka tawakkaltu wa ala rizqika aftartu. So that's the dua that we do before iftar, and that's the dua that you need to do before iftar, which is very soon, just a couple more hours. So I'm going to be reading a book about Ramadan and doing a craft about Ramadan. So let's get started with that. The book I'm going to be reading this week is more informative and less fictional about Ramadan, and so I think you'll enjoy it. Be sure to share this with your non-Muslim friends, because this book is less of a fictional and more informational. It informs. It has very detailed descriptions of what Ramadan is. So let's get started. What is Ramadan? Ramadan is a month-long Muslim holiday. Around the world, Muslims celebrate their families, communities, and faith during Ramadan. Muslims are people who believe in the religion of Islam. For Muslims, Ramadan is the most important holiday of the year. It is about giving to others and sharing with others. All around the world, Muslims eagerly wait for the month of Ramadan to begin. A way of life. For Muslims, Islam is a way of life and a religion. Muslim people make sure that Islam is a part of their daily lives. Muslim people pray 5 times each day. They also promise to think about those who are in need, to help others, and to give to others each year. Many Muslims try to make a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in their lives. Mecca is the holiest site in Islam. The pilgrimage to Mecca is called the Hajj. It is a very important custom in Islam. I remember I went to the Mecca when I was very young, and I think I was like 2-3 years old, and I was very, very tired. We kept on walking around, and I remember, but after we got some food, and so that was probably my only memory. Following words. Many years ago, during the month of Ramadan, a prophet named Muhammad received the words of the God of Islam. A prophet is a spiritual leader. The God of Islam is named Allah. These teachings that Prophet Muhammad received from Allah became a book called the Quran. The Quran is the Muslim holy book. Muslims believe they should follow the rules and teachings in the Quran. During Ramadan, people celebrate the words of the Quran. When is Ramadan? Muslims follow the lunar calendar. The lunar calendar is based off the cycles or movements of the moon as it travels around Earth. There are 12 months in the lunar calendar. Ramadan takes place in the 9th month. The word Ramadan is the name for this month. The months in the lunar calendar do not occur at the same time every year. Due to this, Ramadan can occur in spring, summer, autumn, or winter. Fasting. During Ramadan, adults and teenagers fast. To fast means to not eat. People do not eat or drink anything from sunrise to sunset during Ramadan. Children do not have to fast, but many try to fast for some of the time. Muslims fast during Ramadan to purify or clean themselves. They want to clean their bodies and minds and think about their faith. The fast is called the fast of Ramadan. Muslims of all ages, including some children, fast during the month of Ramadan. Sahur. During Ramadan, people wake up very early in the morning while it is still dark outside. They break their fast by eating sahur. Sahur is a light meal eaten before sunrise. Sahur gives people energy for the day. The Prophet Muhammad usually had a sahur when he fasted. During sahur, Muslims eat different kinds of food, including cereal, bread, pancakes, eggs, cheese, honey, and jam. They drink tea and juice. Muslims tried not to overeat during the sahur. Iftar. After sunset, Muslims eat another meal. It's called iftar. They usually enjoy this meal with family and friends. Everyone looks forward to the meal because they have not had anything to eat or drink since sunrise. They need to feed their minds and bodies so that they can continue to have strength for Ramadan. A hearty stew is a common iftar food. After eating, people relax and take time to visit family and friends. Praying. Praying is an important part of Ramadan. Muslims pray and think about their beliefs during Ramadan. They think about what their Prophet Muhammad taught them. Muhammad taught them to believe in God, to pray, and to think of others. They think of good deeds they might do for others. While they are fasting each day, Muslims think of people who are hungry. They do this so that they can feel grateful for what they have. The mosque. Muslims pray in their homes, offices, and other places, but they also pray in a place called a mosque. In a mosque, Muslims can pray together as a community. The mosque's tower is called a minaret. I don't know why I can pronounce that. The round dome on the roof is called a kubba. It's located above the room where Muslims pray together. I'm sorry, I'm Arab. I just don't know why I can't pronounce that. Muslims pray on carpets on the floor of a room. They pray softly so they do not disturb one another. The Quran. Muslims read the Quran during Ramadan. The Quran is their holy book. It is divided into chapters. People read the Quran by themselves or in groups. Some people read the entire book. Others read certain parts. Some people even memorize the Quran. The Quran is a long book, so it can take years for people to memorize it. Muslims read the Quran because it gives them guidance. The Quran directs Muslims to think about their faith and to think about showing kindness and mercy to others. Charity. During Ramadan, Muslims give to others. They give food to people who are hungry and they give money to people who are poor or who need special help. They invite people to join them for iftar. Giving charity in this way reminds us Muslims of the teachings in the Quran. It helps them remember why it is important to be generous to others who are in need. They try to be tolerant of others and their beliefs. The Night of Power. The Night of Power takes place near the end of Ramadan, on the 27th night of the month. Muslims believe Muhammad first received the revelation of the Quran on this night. On the Night of Power, people spend extra time praying. Some people recite messages from the Quran. During the last 10 days of Ramadan, some people stay in the mosque all night. People forgive others who have hurt them. Muslims also ask for forgiveness from others and from God. Eid al-Fitr. At the end of Ramadan, it is time to celebrate. It is Eid al-Fitr, which is a 3-day festival. Sometimes there are carnivals and fairs. People wear new clothes or dress in their best clothes and visit with family and friends. People give and receive small gifts or money. They share food such as dates and rice. Families also eat meat such as spicy chicken, beef, or lamb for the celebration meal. Oh, I forgot to read something that I wanted to read. In some countries, did you know? In some countries, girls decorate their hands with henna in celebration of Eid al-Fitr. Henna is a reddish-brown dye that stands for happiness and beauty. I love doing henna always. It looks so pretty. Treat time! Many people make special foods for family during Ramadan, especially near the end of the holiday for Eid al-Fitr. Some people make special cookies with dates in the middle. They place powdered sugar on the cookies. The cookies are shaped like rectangles or circles. The cookies taste especially sweet because everyone who eats them has gone so long without food. I remember probably my favorite treat in Ramadan is atayaf. I love atayaf so much. They taste so good, and I love when my mom puts cheese in the middle of them. She dips them in the syrup, so it tastes so good. And I love making كعك العيد with my mom because I just love in general using dough, and I remember I always help my mom doing it the night before Eid, and so we make a bunch of them and then we give them out to our neighbors and our family and friends. At the end, that's the end of our book, and like I said, it was a very informative book, so be sure to send it to your non-Muslim friends so that they can know more about Ramadan and in general being Muslim. I know some of my friends were confused when I told them I was fasting, and they were like, "What is fasting?" And I explained to them what it was. I explained to them what Ramadan was, and they sort of respected that decision. And I was on call with my friend the other day, and she was eating. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, and I forgot that you were fasting. I'm gonna turn off my camera." So even your non-Muslim friends, don't be afraid to tell them about your religion. You should embrace it, and I'm sure that if they're good friends, they will respect it. So as you can kind of see, I have like a little bit of a wrong side light over here, and that is because I have Ramadan decorations. So from here all the way to over there, we have a huge light, and these were actually hung up on our Christmas tree last year, but they still work for Ramadan. And I have a few other lights hung up over there. Oh, wrong way again. Keep on going the wrong way. Right there. And the craft we're going to be doing is also a Ramadan decoration. So the craft is a Ramadan hilal. So for the hilal, you're going to need some cardboard, like a cardboard box or just a big sort of sheet of cardboard. You're also going to need some string, and I'm not sure what to call the string or what the texture is, but I like to call it like hay string because it kind of looks like hay, I guess, kind of. It's like this type of string that's like furry. It's like a rope. It's like a rope. That's what I was looking for. It's like a rope. And you're going to need some, weirdly enough, Christmas ornaments for the one that I'm doing. You could just leave it like it was, or you're going to need some Christmas ornaments. I don't know why I got these ornaments last Christmas for my Christmas tree, but they still work perfectly because gold and green, colors of Ramadan. So you're going to need some gold and green Christmas, Christmas ornaments. Or if you don't have any Christmas ornaments, you could use some, I'm not sure what this is called, but I'm gonna make it up a funny name. Let's see. Cellophane wreath. Take your cellophane wreath and you can use it for decoration. Also, you could also use this. Now, this is optional, and I'm not going to do it myself just because I think the hilal would look better without. But if you wanted to put it, you could. The star on the top of a Christmas tree that you usually put. This looks really pretty, actually. I love color. I love shiny things in general, and I think it looks really pretty. I just don't think it would match with the string, which I'll show you what we're going to be doing next. So you're going to need a lot of the string, and by a lot, I mean even more than this. You're going to start off by cutting your cardboard into a hilal shape, and I'm sure we all know what that is. And you're going to cut it like that. I already did that off camera and basically did half of the craft off camera just because it takes a long time. So you can kind of see a little bit of cardboard poking out from over here, but that's fine. We can cover that up later. So I did half of it in advance, and you can see what I'm talking about. And I forgot to mention, you're also going to need a hot glue gun and some glue sticks because we're going to take up a lot of hot glue in this. So as you can see, I already did half of it off camera just because this takes a really long time. It's tedious, but it'll be worth it in the end. So you're going to take one long line of cardboard, and I'm going to just put two just quickly, and be fast because this hot glue dries out quickly and you don't want it to dry out. And please be careful of burning yourself. It's so hard. I'm trying my best not to burn myself, but you know what? We'll be fine. Let's go. See? I didn't burn myself. So it's extra careful. So now we're going to wrap it around one more time. And you're just going to keep on doing this till the end of your hilal. And it's okay if it looks a little wonky and there's some spaces between the like the different strings that you wrapped, it's okay. Doesn't matter. All that matters is that you have at least some of your hilal covered with the string. Ow, I kind of burned myself there a little bit, but not too much. See, part of the glue already dried, so that's why you gotta work fast when it comes to hot glue, because you don't want it to dry. Fast but careful. That's the motto for using hot glue. Fast but careful. Ah, okay. Glue, glue, ah! Got burned again, are you kidding me? It's not that bad of a burn though. I'm just some hot glue stuck on my hand. Okay, push, 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 push. So, like I said, this takes a while, so that's why I did half of it off camera. But, well, most of it off camera. But, it's worth it in the end because I have a feeling this is going to turn out very nice. You can also also be generous with the glue, the hot glue, because you're going to need a lot of it, and that's why you need a lot of hot glue sticks. That's why I have a whole pack over here. It's not going to take a whole pack, but make sure to have some extras, just in case. Okay. You can get any of this material at Dollarama for cheap, because Dollarama has all in the craft section of Dollarama. You'll find everything you want, even the lantern, the Ramadan lantern, the fanus. I think that's what it is. I keep on forgetting what it's called, but I think it's the fanus. Ah, see, I ran out of hot glue, and we're gonna need another hot glue stick. Just take that out. Put it inside. Okay, and boom, there we go. Put that on. Ramadan is probably one of my favorite times of the year, just because I love the spirits. I love also learning stories about the prophets. That's something that me and my family do. And something that we started doing last year was something that we called the ayat. And every night we would learn, and we would pick a random ayat out of the Quran, or just pick one of our favorite ayats of any surah, and we would sort of think about what the ayah means, and maybe read some of the ayahs behind it and in front of it, because some ayahs you need to sort of how to understand it is you need to read the rest of the surah or some of the other parts of the surah. So I remember we'd pick one ayah or a couple ayahs, and we would think about them and think about what they mean and learn a lesson out of them each night. And so also if you're going to do the ayat that I just mentioned, which I think it's a good thing to do each Ramadan, have a notebook that you write down each ayah and what it meant and what the lesson that you learned from it was. So that by the end of Ramadan, you'll have a book full of your favorite ayat and what they mean and lessons to learn in life. And so you can have your own little sort of ayah book. And I'm not even done. There's still a lot left for this to be finished, but that's why I did a lot of it off camera, because this is going to take a while. So more hot glue. See, that's my problem over here. It's hard to put the string on, but I'm going to try my best. There we go. Just hold it down, sort of. Stick it down, and more hot glue. With each wrap of the string, you need to put one more line of hot glue. So that's why it takes a while. Oof. I think part of my hilal sort of took off. Don't want that. It's fine, it's fine. If one is a little loose, it's not gonna hurt. Gotta make the other ones really tight. This is where the hard part comes. This is getting harder and harder. This is definitely one of more of the time-taking crafts. They take more of a long time, actually. I have a good feeling about how this is going to turn out. The process is hard. I've been at this for a while, and I'm trying to sort of think up of something to talk to because I don't want there to just be awkward silence while I'm doing this craft. So put it in. Squish, squish, squish. Stab, stab, stab. Stab. Okay, there's only a little bit left. We just gotta finish this part. A few more wraps and we'll be done. Okay. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible, so please be patient with me here. Use the refill. There we go. And boom. Good as new. Got our glue ammunition. I'm just gonna say ammo. Sometimes it's better just to say the short, I think it's adverbs, something like that. Something, the short versions of words. It's sometimes better to say short versions of words than the big ones because the big ones are confusing. I don't know if it's adverbs or if it's like abbreviations, exactly. Abbreviations, there we go. It was right there, like it was the back of my head. Finally remembered it. Abbreviations, sometimes it's easier to say the abbreviations than the bigger words, and that's why they're there. Grammar lessons with Hala. That has a nice ring to it. Let's finish this up quickly. You can sort of start on your hilal while watching this. So we could sort of be doing this together. If you're not watching this live, you can replay the video over and over if you don't understand what you're supposed to be doing, or if you want to just see what you're supposed to do again. But it's not too hard, just wrapping around your string with some hot glue to support it. A few more wraps and you should be good. And it's also handy, it's good to have some handy dandy scissors with you, with this too, so that you can cut off the string when you get to the end. And as you can see, I had a whole roll of this, and by the end of this hilal, my whole roll is just gone. So this takes up quite a lot of string, but you could just just buy one roll and use it for your hilal. So towards the end, it's going to be a little bit harder to wrap, and the back may look a bit loose over here, but the back doesn't matter because when you're hanging this up, or if you want to put it as sort of like I will show you what the next step is, which is sort of like a table centerpiece, and I'll show you what to do with that next. You're only going to see the front, not the back, so it doesn't matter if the back is kind of wonky. Almost there. One more string to put down. This is hard. Okay. Push, push, push. We have finished. Boom. Okay. Let's cut this off. This is a bit hard to cut off. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Almost there. This is like rope. I think my scissors just got stuck. I'm almost about to cut it. I can't even with this anymore. Cut, cut, cut. Yes, finally, victory. Now half of it has gone off. We're gonna need to put more hot glue on. Okay, now this actually is the final wrap this time. Just getting a bit of help because this last wrap is hard. Okay, and once you've finished wrapping up your hilal, which should look something like, oh, that's not the right way. I think this is the right way. There we go. Should look something like this. You're going to need, if you want to make a table centerpiece, you're going to need, sort of when you get a Christmas star, there's going to be a hole on the bottom and where the stick comes in. And I don't think this is the right bottom of the star because it doesn't have a hole in it. But whenever bottom of the whole star has a hole in it, you're going to take out the star and you just have this part of it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to glue on, oh, wrong side. There. We're going to glue on the stand on the back over here. So we're going to glue it over here. Let's put some glue on this. This might be a little bit hard. Glue refill. This isn't going to go well. Okay. And I'm actually just going to put the glue on the head because that might be a little bit easier. Quickly. Bottom. Okay. There's been a glue gun malfunction. Let's put it in. Now this is the hard part when you push the hilal because there's hot glue everywhere and you gotta be careful to burn yourself. So again to put the table centerpiece, the stand inside. Perfecto. So now you have your stand on, and it might take a little bit of moving the wire around to get the stand to stand up. But for now, we're going to be moving on to the ornaments. So the ornaments, you're also just going to need your handy dandy hot glue for. Again, there might have been a hot glue malfunction because my hot glue is not working properly. There we go. And you're going to need a whole bunch of hot glue for one ornament for it to stick properly. So we're going to quickly stick it on. Make sure it's dried. Put some hot glue into there and there we go. There we go. Okay, and next for one of these ones, put it on. Boom, pow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put two of them, instead of putting it all over, I'm going to put two on the side over here, and then one green one in the middle of them, right here. Okay, stick. There you go. So they should look something like this, which I think looks really nice. So we're going to do one over here too. Glue refill. Try to speed this up as much as possible. Okay. Quickly. Stupid hot glue. Hot glue is hard to work with, but it's also really good for sticking. It'll stick very well when you use hot glue. one of the green ones in the middle, and boom! There it is, you're done your craft. So that's how your hilal is going to look like. And I think it looks amazing as a table centerpiece for when you eat iftar, if you have guests over, a nice fancy little table centerpiece. And also if you want to hang it up too, it'll look really nice up as a decoration. And you can put it around, like I made a funny name for this. You can put cellophane wreath all over it. But personally, I like the Christmas ornaments because they bring sort of a nice touch to it. So that is the end of our story with Hala. I hope you all enjoyed this week's story and craft and dua, and thank you so much for coming. Ramadan Mubarak everyone. Ala liqa.